in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. The sun just setting. Terrific matchup. The Seton Hall Pirates take it on the VCU Rams. Beast Week is here inside TD Arena. Chris Patola, Jay Alter with you. A terrific field this week from Charleston, and it is wide open. We saw earlier today Drake knocks off Miami. FAU beats Oklahoma State. Expecting another 2 games tonight as we are tipping off Beast Week presented by Lowe's here on ESPN. Chris, when you look at our matchup, Seton Hall at VCU, what stands out to you?
Yeah, contrasting styles. VCU wants to play in the open floor. They're going to pick up defensively, want to get out in transition, and it's led by Joe Bamisil, a guy who's averaging almost 20 a game. A really good start to the year for him. And then Seton Hall, they play at one of the slowest tempos nationally. You know, they play very much in the half court. They've had a hard time scoring. The guy for them has been Chauncey Jenkins, the transfer from Old Dominion, leading them in that scoring category. It'll be interesting early on, Jay, which team is able to establish its style, its tempo. Seton Hall can be very physical, especially defensively in the half court. VCU got to take care of that basketball.
Now, Seton Hall head coach Shaheen Holloway told us yesterday, our defense is ahead of our offense. That's probably an understatement. You know, they got the best defense in the country if you go on scoring defense, but they've yet to break 60 on the offensive end.
Well, they don't have a point guard, and they've got a lot of guys who are not only playing out of position, they just don't really have a feel for who they are offensively yet. But their defense has kept them in games, as you said, and it's going to be challenged today against a VCU team that is deep and can really score.
Pirates of Seton Hall in blue, they win the tip. VCU, the Rams in white. We are underway in game number 3 of 4. Tip Feast Week is here on ESPN. 9 straight days of wall-to-wall basketball, and a foul called on the opening possession. Dylan Adewusu handles the point guard duties for this Pirates team.
He's one of the main holdovers from last season, that team that barely missed playing in the NCAA tournament. Much more of a complimentary guy last year. He's really been thrust into a primary role. He's leading them in rebounding and assists.
They have struggled to start this season from the free throw. Just 57% from the line, 46 of 81 after that miss. And that's something that Shaheen Holloway and this Pirates coaching staff is really puzzled about. He says, we shoot over 5,000 free throws a day and yet can't make them to start this season. For VCU, it's been a strong start, 4-0. They're receiving votes in the AP Top 25, preseason favorites to win the A-10. Good look from Bamisil. He can't connect from 3.
VCU shoots a lot of threes. They're taking about 26 a game, and Ryan Odom, goes to that bench. He brings guys off who can really shoot. It's an old starting group. And then as they get to their bench, they go much younger, but they do go about 10 deep. And they will pick up 94 feet. They make you feel their defense from the inbounds pass.
Take a look at that Seton Hall starting 5. Points will be at a premium. Both of these teams defend really hard for all 40 minutes. No easy baskets in this game. Shot clock down to 10. Seton Hall loves to take it deep into the shot clock. Isaiah Coleman into the paint. Couldn't finish it at the rim. Transition 3. That doesn't fall. Jack Clark, he's not shy to let it fly. This is a VCU team that returns a lot of players, but Clark is a new addition. Comes over from Clemson. Steals the ball here. Clark, 2-on-2, goes right to the rim. First bucket of the night for the Rams.
Guy who played in the Elite 8 last year for Clemson, really versatile. At 6'10", he's playing that versatile 4, stretch 4 position. But he can move to the 5, which gives them 5 guys out there who can all shoot the 3. He's had a really good start to the year for Ryan Odom.
25 points the last time out for Ryan Odom's team. He's in year 2, lost in the A-10 championship a year ago, and this year they're the preseason favorites to win it. You feel like with the pieces they return and the 2 transfers in Clark and Russell, they are loaded.
He loves their team. You know, again, they're really old. They start 3 graduate students, a senior and a junior. And they're not even playing without Zeb Jackson Jr., who just came into the game. This is his first appearance of the season.
Isaiah Coleman knocks down the triple.
They don't take a lot of threes, Seton Hall. They're actually not shooting a poor percentage. They shoot about 36% as a team, but they're only making 5 a game. They are a paint touch team, so a nice good start there to get a 3 from Coleman.
Now they're hoping that this Feast Week tournament can be a springboard for Seton Hall. Shaheen Holloway saying our best basketball is in front of us. But Zeb Jackson, his season debut for VCU, missed the first 4 games of this season, making his presence felt. Coleman, he's been active early, misses it there. This is Joe Bamisil. Max Shulga trying to back down. Chauncey Jenkins now pulls it out. 8 seconds to shoot. Kick to the corner. Good look for Jackson. This is at that time.
Seton Hall going to be aggressive in ball screens. So they're going to send 2 to the ball. Good job finding Furman, him looking across the court.
That's all ball there. Christian Furman. Bamisil comes up empty on the other end. Jenkins to Prince of League Bay. Tried to squeeze it in there, a turnover. But we told you this was going to be a defensive battle, points at a premium. That is exactly what it's been so far. 4 minutes in to a good one here at Charleston. Now just getting started here at the Shriners Children's Charleston Classic. 2 games down, 2 to go. Chris Matola, Jay Arthur with you. We are so excited for Feast Week here in Charleston. And Chris, for VCU, a team that's already started the season so positively 4-0, they get a big addition back in Zeb Jackson.
Yeah, and he's already made his presence felt. Hits a 3, he's got 2 rebounds, another veteran guy. And, you know, he's their point guard. Like what this does, Max Shulga's had to fill in that role. It's not his natural position. Joe Bamisil has played some point. So you get Zeb Jackson back, a guy who can score, do a lot of things for them, run that point position. You know, he's playing with that wrap on his hand. He was out because of a broken hand. So he's been able to do some stuff. We saw him working out yesterday. Ryan Odom felt pretty good about him playing here in this tournament. It's nice to have him back.
Yeah, didn't think we'd see him this early, and he has made an immediate impact for VCU. The Rams a narrow 5-4 lead early. They've got the ball. You see Jackson there running the point. Jackson, one of 5 players for VCU that is in their 5th year or more. A very veteran Rams team. Jack Clark, who just got the ball knocked away, he's in his 7th season. 4th stop, started at LaSalle and then NC State and Clemson, where he was a starter for that Tigers team that made the Elite 8, and now, you know, more of a feature role here at VCU. Shulga fouled with the shot clock winding down. He's such a crafty player, the senior from Ukraine.
He's an outstanding basketball player. Crafty's one way to put it. You know, he does a lot of things. He's an outstanding 3-point shooter. Shot 41% from there last year. He's pretty automatic from the free throw line as well. You know, but as I said, he's really been running the point, which is not his natural position. I think it's taken a little bit of his scoring punch from him, but he's leading them in rebounds and assists. He's good on the defensive end, just really a good all-around basketball player.
And for a VCU team that returned 65% of their scoring, we don't hear that a lot in college basketball anymore. Shulga, a big part of that, and he was one of those kids that went into the portal, actually committed to Villanova in early May. 3 weeks later decides, you know what, I want to stay at VCU, and that has been a big boost for this Rams team. Four games into this season, offense has been the problem for Seton Hall, trying to get something ignited. Contested layup, no good from Garway Duwall.
It's been like that all year for Seton Hall. Really good move by Duwall, just can't finish.
When you're on a team like that, Chris, how do you just get going, break out of the slump?
You're looking for somebody to be that guy. You know, Chauncey Jenkins has been that guy a little bit. You know, but as Shaheen Holloway was telling us, he's got a lot of guys not only playing out of position, but a lot of guys who don't even know what they're capable of offensively. And then you add transfers to the mix who are just trying to find their way. It's just been a tough dynamic. I mean, they had 4 guys last year who on any given night could go for a big number. And you lose a Kaderi Richmond in the offseason to the portal. He's now at St. John's. I mean, that was a big loss.
A team that won the NIT a year ago. They were just outside the bubble for the NCAA tournament, have a great run to Indianapolis to win the NIT. And Coach Holloway said simply, the guys right now, they just can't put the ball in the basket. Sometimes it's that simple. They are scoreless over the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds here. It's allowed VCU to go on a 6-0 run. Adewusu knocks down the triple exactly what the Pirates needed.
A nice job by Garway Duwall coming off that screen. Christian Furman's in a deep drop. Nice job getting into the paint by Duwall and then looking opposite.
Jackson shaking off that rust. First game he's playing this year, just way overthrew it. Turnover.
Yeah, Seton Hall only making 5 threes a game as a team. Here's that deep drop. So you got a lot of freedom of movement if you're Duwall. The help comes all the way in. I mean, just really shrinking the floor.
Seton Hall gets the turnover and then gives it right back. VCU, you've said it a couple of times, Chris, they're going to guard you for all 94 feet. Nothing comes easy against this Rams defense.
It's constant pressure. I mean, they make you feel their defense for 40 minutes. And again, Seton Hall playing without a point guard. It's just tough, especially against full court pressure.
Bamasil trying to be unselfish there and find the sophomore Michael Bell, but he wasn't ready for it.
Turnovers have been an issue for Ryan Odom's team to start this year. You know, they're turning it over about 14 times a game. They had 17 turnovers in that game against Merrimack, who was playing a 2-3 zone for most of the game.
How much of that is not having your true point guard, Zeb Jackson, available until tonight?
I think some of it's that. I also think when you play a lot of guys, the value of the basketball at times, you can lose sight of that as you move guys in and out of the lineup.
Adewusu with the shot clock at 2, trying to squeeze it into Yassine Toomey and sent it too high for the 6'10" center. Also,
this is by far the best team that each team has played to this point in the season.
And you see that 2-2 record for the Pirates. Those are 2 one-point losses to Fordham and Hofstra. So they haven't allowed more than 60 in a game, but they haven't scored more than 60 in a game. So it's that grinded out, slow tempo defensive battle. And, in terms of who's winning the tempo game so far, Chris, it's Seton Hall.
That Fordham loss was a crushing loss. They missed 2 free throws and turned it over. I mean, just a crushing loss. And then Hofstra, another name that was at the buzzer.
You look at those scores, it's no surprise they're the #1 scoring defense in the country. It's just the style of games that they play. Could tonight be the springboard against a very good VCU team that's receiving votes for the AP Top 25? Scotty Middleton fires Seton Hall in front 9-8. VCU's fallen into a scoring drought. No baskets in more than 4 minutes now for the Rams.
The game Pirates, number 2, Charleston Classic.
Brandon Jennings, the inbounder, freshman who's found a role in minutes early on a veteran VCU team. Joe Bamisil backing down Middleton, trying to shake free in the paint. Turnaround jumper denied. Great defense by Scotty Middleton all over Bamisil.
That's what Middleton does. Really athletic and long. Nice individual defensive play.
You see Toomey on the turnaround, travels.
Scotty Middleton, a guy that I think Shaheen Holloway wants to get going. Transfer from Ohio State. He plays really hard on the defensive end. You just see the athleticism and the length. Stays on his feet. That is an outstanding individual defensive play.
Yeah, you could teach that at any clinic in the country. That's what Shaheen Holloway's teams do. You remember that St. Peter's run to the Elite Eight? It was all on just great defense. He has brought that to Seton Hall, trying to get the offense going here in Charleston. His defense has dominated in this first half so far. Although they've got to watch out on the fouls now. Chauncey Jenkins just picked up his second. Holloway not happy about it. Max Shulga, wave off the shot, moving screen set by Bamisil.
His first, team third.
Yeah, they're just sped up. Yeah, I think the Seton Hall half-court defense, the physicality, the length, has VCU a little bit sped up.
4 turnovers for the Rams. All of them have come in the last 3 minutes. They have fallen into a long scoring drought. It's allowed Seton Hall to take the lead. Dual, nice pump fake into the lane, hits the runner.
And there's no way you have to leave your feet on a Garway Dahl three-point shot fake. He hasn't attempted one all year.
That's like when the quarterback fakes the pass and he's already crossed the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Gets baited, and now Seton Hall on a 7-0 run. Shulga puts an end to it. Max Shulga, big-time bucket. And then the turnover, Shulga again. That full-court pressure delivers in a VCU lead.
And he just popped it from behind. I mean, it's just a really nice play. The freshman Brandon Jennings. KYP, know your personnel, my friend. Garway Dual has not attempted a 3 all year. You can't bite any harder on a shot fake.
A couple of great games. Drake beating Miami, and then FAU knocking off Oklahoma State. We've got a good one here. VCU 12, Seton Hall 11. About midway through this first half. This Feast Week tournament is a a gauntlet for these teams. They've got to play 3 games in 4 days, but one team will leave Charleston with 3 wins and a really good resume boost. Middleton, he's had a really impressive first half, another bucket.
Shows you the potential. He's shown it to you defensively. Nice move there. Get himself in the lane.
Bamisile sneaks free of Middleton. Can't connect. Yeah, Scotty Middleton, the sophomore, he's been kind of that igniter for this Seton Hall team. They've got a 1-point lead against VCU. Pirates playing extended minutes with Chauncey Jenkins on the bench with 2 fouls. He's their leading scorer. Really been their only consistent player offensively this season. Battle for the ball off VCU last, so it'll stay Seton Hall's way.
Nice play by the freshman Luke Bamboye, who's going to be a real talent. So playing behind Christian Furman, gets to play against him every day in practice, but a nice job poking that away without fouling.
8 seconds to shoot, and a foul called. They tag the freshman Bamboye.
Foul's called on 9. Luke Bamboye. His first.
That's the thing for Ryan Odom and VCU. They've got some talented freshmen, but you're playing behind some real experience. Which is a good thing, by the way.
Ade Wusu, the extra pass, finds Toomey. He's halfway down, but it rimmed out. Jack Clark cans the 3 on the other end and fires VCU in front.
That's how VCU plays. They love to shoot 3s early out of transition. Nice pitch ahead to Bamisile. Good extra pass to the corner to Clark.
Shot clock down to 5. Coleman trying to create something. Great contest. Brandon Jennings, the freshman. Terrific defense. Clark finds Jennings for 3. He can't hit it.
Nice job by VCU flowing into their stuff, though. You know, they really want to push. And if you get that early drag, you know Seton Hall is going to be aggressive. They're going to send 2 to the ball, and then you get them in rotation. And VCU doing a nice job over the last few possessions, sharing the basketball.
Full court pressure has been relentless from the Rams. The way both of these teams play defense, nothing is coming easy. You got to grind out those possessions and try and find something on the offensive end. Pull-up jumper knocked down. Dylan Ade Wusu ties it at 15.
Those guards coming off of that high ball screen in the middle third for Seton Hall have been really under control.
Philip Russell back into the game for VCU. Number 1 in white, just passed it there. Bamisile flying to the rim, everything but the finish. Wusu can't hit the layup, offensive rebound. Kick out 3. Do all, nothing but air. And a foul going up the floor. Russell was tangled up with Ade Wusu. Philip Russell, transfer coming in, picked up 2 early fouls. He's a competitive player, passionate, fiery. He had 13 technical fouls in a single season 2 years ago at SEMO. He's only had 1 this season.
Only 1 in 4 games. Yeah, he's an emotional player. He was a 6th man of the year in the WAC last year, played at UT Arlington. But he's been a good fit, especially with Zeb Jackson out. It's given him a good secondary scorer.
Max Shulga back into the game for VCU. Finds Jack Clark for three, too much on it. Long rebound, contested, won by Seton Hall. Middleton with a head of steam. Knocked away by Shulga. This has been a competitive game so far, 15 apiece here in Charleston. You know, Shaheen Holloway, he likes to form a blockade of his own, modern day blockade, the #1 scoring defense in the country.
What's a Pirate's favorite letter? Do you know, Jay?
R.
You think it'd be the R, but his first love would be the C.
That is good. VCU finally getting something in transition, and they can't finish it. Everything but the finish for Christian Furman. That's what Ryan Odom's team wanted to do against this stingy Seton Hall defense.
But again, a Seton Hall team that's had a hard time finishing around the rim. Good look ahead there by Russell. And the big fella, that's one you probably just want to back out.
Yeah, there was an emphasis during VCU's shoot-around yesterday. Let's try and get it in transition. You don't want to play Seton Hall in a half-court game. Points have been hard to come by in this first half. 15 apiece, a little more than 7 minutes left in it. Coleman down the lane, draws the foul. Isaiah Coleman, the sophomore from Fredericksburg, Virginia, they're trying to get him going. He had a groin strain to start the season. They expect him to be a key contributor, but just averaging 6 points per game so far in this campaign.
Guy who's got some burn last year, playing behind a veteran Seton Hall team, but he ended up making the Big East All-Freshman team. He originally committed to play here at the College of Charleston for Pat Kelsey. Ended up decommitting and going to play at Seton Hall.
Seton Hall back in front, 16-15. These two teams keep going back and forth. 8 lead changes in this first half. Russell fires the three and buries it. Philip Russell.
Shooting it so well this year. He's a catch-and-shoot guy. 45% so far this season from 3. Super confident and has a short memory.
And that has VCU back in front. Make it 9 lead changes for this first half. Good look. Aligbe teed up beautifully by Garway Dual.
Nice job playing off of 2 feet. Good shot fake to draw the 2 defenders.
Max Shulga tries to spin his way free. Fades away, misses it, bounces right back to him. Takes another shot. Can't knock it down.
Nice pass.
Wide open. David Tuback couldn't handle it. Seton Hall stays on possession. Coleman draws another foul.
Again, another example. I mean, you have everything but the finish. A great find underneath to Tuback, and you just can't pass and catch. You had a dunk. This is a microcosm of how things have been. Really good find by Aligbe. You've got a dunk, and you just can't pass and catch. But a nice job coming back with it to get yourself 2 free throws for Coleman.
That play perfectly describes what Shaheen Holloway told us about his team, which is they play super hard. They make all the hustle plays, they play good defense. They just can't get any consistency on the offensive end. You get a great play like that, and you just can't finish it.
Yeah, I think consistency is an important word. I think Shaheen Holloway's trying to figure out who he really wants to play. Like, I think they're playing too many guys at this point. Most teams can benefit by playing one less guy.
Why is that?
I just think ultimately a 40-minute game, you're better off going with your best guys, your best players. No team is that deep in college.
Another offensive rebound for VCU. The extra pass and a foul called.
Number 21,
Such a sense of urgency with this Seton Hall defense. In the passing lane, on ball screens, and on closeouts.
Michael Bell trying to dig it out of the scrum, finds Russell, who misfires. Another offensive rebound. Zeb Jackson back into the game for VCU. Shot clock under 10. Jackson going to work. Gives it up to Shulga, has to heave it. And that's a shot clock violation. This Seton Hall defense is committed to the cause.
And it's confused VCU. They never really got into what they wanted, and credit Seton Hall, just incredibly disruptive. Look at this.
VCU, again, using that full court pressure.
Oh, and it's Max Shulga. He had a poke away earlier. And then here, I mean, I don't blame Shaheen Holloway dancing in the background. I mean, I don't blame you. Just not a... Got to be able to make an inbound pass if you're Scotty Middleton.
number 2, Zeb Jackson.
Tell you what, he coaches hard. I mean, you and I sat here yesterday watching their practice. He gets after his guys. To his players' credit, they are all receptive, but he coaches them hard.
And they have responded against a really good VCU team. He said, look, we lost 2 games we shouldn't have lost, but we can use this game and this tournament as a springboard for our season. Our best basketball is still in front of us. But they've given up 4 points on this full court pressure. And in a game where points are at a premium, so tough to come by, could prove critical at the end of this game. Up to Middleton, stripped away, Zeb Jackson, the steal, and the slam!
Unforced turnovers. Just passing and catching.
Foul called. There's that fire that Philip Russell, this VCU team, plays with. That's what creates all the turnovers, but can also get you in trouble.
About the impact Zeb Jackson's made. You know, again, I think this is unforced, just passing and catching. Scotty Middleton's got to grab that. But Zeb Jackson, 7 points in his first half, coming off of that broken hand. And 9 points off of Seton Hall turnovers.
Number 33.
That is no doubt the difference in this game right now. VCU with 9 of their 22 points coming off Pirate errors. Now there was a foul called on Philip Russell. That is his 3rd. Sent Seton Hall to the line. Darway Dual, the sophomore from Houston, Texas. Chance to get Seton Hall back to even. And he missed it. Free throws, another thing to watch for Seton Hall. Although they've started this game pretty well from the line, they come in just 57% on the year. And those 2 one-point losses, it was free throws that lost them that game.
When you play low possession games, you've got to make free throws.
Jennings, the freshman, denied from behind. Darway Dual, the rejection.
What a play by Dual.
down the lane, the floater doesn't fall.
Toomey's got to go to dunk that. I mean, you're 6'10", man. The floater, soft. Go to dunk that.
Jackson with confidence misses at that time. He doesn't look like a guy making his season debut.
No.
This is the first 4 games. You never know it by watching number 2 in white tonight. Seton Hall yet to make a field goal in the last 3.5 minutes. This offense goes to sleep for long stretches. Their defense, though, keeping them in it. The Pirates down 1 with under 3 to play in the first. Big Sean, I figured Coach Pastor would like a defensive battle. He always emphasized the defensive part of the game at his time at Georgia Tech. Won the ACC championship in 2021 off a great defensive team, Jose Alvarado and crew. This defensive battle picks up where we left off. Another takeaway. Jackson off to Jennings for 2.
9 turnovers, and again, the ability to pass and catch. You can't make an inbounds pass if you're Seton Hall.
Those 11 points off turnovers, the difference in this first half. Seton Hall trailing by 3. Chauncey Jenkins back into the game for the Pirates. He sat for the last 12.5 minutes. Aligbe, not a great angle. Couldn't finish it, and then Yassine Toomey came crashing in and commits the foul.
And the turnovers killing Seton Hall because their half-court defense has been good enough. But this has allowed, really nice play by Zeb Jackson, anticipating that pass, and then they're off to the races. And your half-court defense has been good enough, but when you give VCU runouts, they are so potent in the open floor.
Nice job by Luke Bamboye to make the front end of the 1-and-1. Now this has been a close, competitive first half. Neither team has had a lead larger than 4 points, so this ties the biggest lead of the game. Bamboye leaves it short there. The lead stuck at 4. A little more than 2 minutes left in this first half.
And Shaheen Holloway puts Chauncey Jenkins with the 2 fouls back in the game.
He's been their leading scorer to start the season at 15 points a game. Sat for more than 12.5 minutes of this first half. Good ball movement. Jenkins, a 3. Missed it.
And that's why you put him in. You hope he hits a shot like that. Wide open.
Jackson called for a push-off. He disagrees with the call.
Yeah. I don't know what he's complaining about. He extended his arm.
Foul call with number 2, Zeb Jackson, his first. Team 10.
Seton Hall's last made basket came 5 minutes ago. And yet only down 4, trying to find something right at the end of the first half. Toomey just lost control there.
Yeah, he's lucky he got bailed out by the foul. You know, he gets in there, man. He's playing finesse. Like, at his size, he's so versatile at 6'10". Like, go right into Bamboye's body. A freshman big, make him make a play on you. And instead, you're trying to, like, you know, ballet step in the lane. You're fortunate to get to the foul line.
Friday night, terrific men's college basketball doubleheader. Late night, Duke taking on Arizona, 10:30 Eastern time, and then North Carolina, Hawaii tipping off after midnight. You don't want to miss it tomorrow night on ESPN2. One possession game like it's been much of this first half. 1:20 left in it. Bamasil from three. Can't connect. Another good defensive stop by Seton Hall.
1 minute and a half.
Adewusu draws the attention. Jenkins double teamed. It falls to Coleman, and he misfires from three. Bamasil transition three. Way off the mark there.
Yeah, I mean, you think maybe he's going 2 for 1 there, but with the way this game has gone, these possessions are at a premium.
Timeout. Shaheen Holloway wants to talk over this possession. We'll step aside for 30 seconds.
To buy or not to buy? That is their question. And nobody knows shoppers better than Shopify. The undisputed, undefeated checkout champion of the world. Businesses that want to win, win with Shopify.
Your shipping manager left to find themselves, leaving you lost. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Sponsored jobs on Indeed are 2.5 times faster to first hire. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
VCU a narrow 3-point lead, 32 seconds remaining in this first half. Chris Patola, Jay Alter with you. Credit, the Rams, they've got the lead and they've got 0 points from Joe Bamasil, their leading scorer. He's 0 for 7 from the field. Max Shulga hasn't scored since VCU had 12 points. He had 7 of the first 12 and now has been quiet. So your 2 lead guys have been shut down, and yet you still find the lead here.
And Chauncey Jenkins has been shut down for Seton Hall, their leading scorer. So it's kind of been patchwork here in the first half for both teams.
Jenkins had it there, passed it up for 3. It's good! Yassine Toomey ties it at 25. Jackson answers with a 3. Zeb Jackson. In his season debut, Zeb Jackson leads VCU with 10 points in this first half, including that 3 right before the break to give Ryan Odom's team a first half lead. VCU 28, Seton Hall 25. Chris Patola, Jay Alter with you. And really the difference in this game, Chris, is VCU capitalizing on Seton Hall turnovers. Yeah, 9 turnovers for Seton Hall, which has been problematic for the Hall, and it has really supplemented VCU's offense because VCU's had a hard time scoring in the half court, and part of it is Joe Bamasil's scoreless, 0 for 7. Max Shulga didn't have his typical half either. They were really saved by Zeb Jackson. And I think for VCU, they were 4 of 17 from 3. 17 of their 28 shots in that half were from 3. Now, part of that's who they are. But part of that for Ryan Odom, it's been hard to access the paint because of Seton Hall's defense. So how can you get inside of that paint, play inside out? Easier said than done against the #1 scoring defense in the country. Right on cue, they try and go into the paint. Seton Hall swipes it away. The Pirates' defense have kept them in it. Can they get anything going on the offensive end? A team that has yet to break 60 on the season. Chauncey Jenkins, leading scorer for the Pirates, sat for 13 minutes in that first half. Step back, left it short. Good offensive rebound. Isaiah Coleman cashes in on the second chance point. He's played well. Isaiah Coleman. He's been aggressive, he's been active, he's got his hand on a lot of these 50-50 type balls. 8.6 rebounds for him. He's had a really good first half. Cross-court pass, finds Philip Russell. Shulga draws the foul. Chauncey Jenkins, that's his third. Vince mentioned he sat for 13 minutes in that first half. It was because of the early foul trouble.
Well, and that's not a foul you want to be your third. I mean, that's kind of a ticky-tack foul. You got to earn that third one.
And game number 7, Scotty Middleton.
I guess it's impressive for both teams tonight that their leading scorers each have 0, and yet they found a way without them. Clark wins it back. Good feed and the finish. Christian Furman.
Well, it started out with a bad pass attempt to the corner there that gets tipped, but a nice job staying with the play, and then a really nice drop off to Furman.
A chance to make it a 3-point play from the line.
On the line, number 21, Christian Furman.
Missed it.
That foul line in a game like this, low possession, low scoring, missed free throws are big.
More often than not, it ends up being the difference. When you look at that box score at the end of a game that's really been a one-possession game throughout, the largest lead for either team is 4. The league bay in trouble. Finds Scotty Middleton for 3, put too much on it.
Good double there by Furman on the post.
Shulga right to the rim for 2. Max Shulga. He had 7 of VCU's first 12, then went quiet. Middleton, missed layup there, stays with Seton Hall. How many have the Pirates missed from in close?
Long rebound here, and a nice job by Jack Clark securing it in this transition, playing ahead of the defense, because that Seton Hall half-court defense, when it's set, it has been stout. Nice job by Shulga, good cut, good finish.
Middleton, catch and shoot, misses it again. That's 3 straight misses for him at the start of the second half. Shot clock down to 7. Jack Clark finds Bamisil, fading away, and that's his first bucket of the night after he missed his first 7 shots. Finally finds the bottom there.
They love that little rip screen, that little slice to get him into the post, and he's really shows you the versatility. Can score at all 3 levels.
Largest lead of the game for VCU on a 6-0 run right now.
And you made the point, Jay. You're trying to get him going here. Little rip screen to slice him into the opposite block. And then once he catches it there, he's such a good athlete, good length, up over the top. Now, Joe Bamisil is one of those guys, Jay, like he's not going to get drafted, but you'll end up seeing him on an NBA roster next year because he's such a good defender, really good athlete, good size to him, plays hard and a really good attitude. He's just one of those types of guys.
And he's made some changes to his body, tweaked his diet. He was a vegetarian who's now started eating meat. He put on 20 pounds of really good weight, gives himself that pro body a little bit, and increased his vertical by nearly 4 inches. So he's made the most of the offseason.
Pour one out for the vegetarians. They lost another one. Back to the meat.
Bamisil dispossessed there. Seton Hall trying to get something in transition. And it finally rims in the second effort after another contested missed layup. Bamisil, transition triple. He's starting to heat up.
transition. VCU making it a real emphasis here this early part of the second half. Even on the made shot to get that ball out and pitch ahead.
The Rams on a 9-2 run in this second half, starting to separate. Stolen away again. Shulga poked it free. Jack Clark goes baseline. Finds Russell.
Yeah.
Offensive foul is the call.
Yeah, official was not happy with Russell. I mean, with his emotions, with his antics, so he got him there. But there's the pitch ahead. VCU out and running. Joe Bamisil.
The VCU starting to separate after Seton Hall had stayed right with them in the first half. Largest lead of the game for the Rams right now. You take a look at that Seton Hall huddle, their head coach, Shaheen Holloway. He's one of the best to ever wear the Pirates uniform as a player. Played from 1996 to 2000. How about this picture we dug up, going against our very own Chris Spatola in 1999?
I was ahead of my time, boxing out before the shots even released.
Yeah, shouldn't you be facing the other way?
Yeah, playing defense. Well, that's a new age way of playing defense, Jay. Maybe you've heard of it, backwards. No, wait, you know, Shaheen could ball, man. I mean, anybody who remembers his time at Seton Hall, he could really play. They had some great teams. We played them twice that year and the year after that. They were so good, and he was such a player.
Highly recruited player. He was the 1996 McDonald's All-American MVP in the same game as Kobe Bryant.
How about that?
A big-time player. His senior season took Seton Hall to the Sweet 16 and now back at his alma mater. It has not been a good game offensively for the Pirates. They have more turnovers than field goals. Maybe they can get something here in transition, and they do. Garway Duwall finally can get something to go down. Feels like all the contested layups tonight they've missed. Back to a two-possession game. The largest lead for either team in the first half was 4. VCU has started the second half strong, but Shulga draws the foul. He was in a double team with under 5 seconds on the shot clock. He gets bailed out of it.
He sure does get bailed out of it. There's the craft that we saw in the first half.
That was called on number 19, Gus Yalden, his first, team third.
Bamisil, catch and shoot. Left it short. Chauncey Jenkins back into the game. Wow. Count it. Plus the foul. Chauncey Jenkins. Explosive.
He's given up about 6 inches to Christian Furman, but he shows you the elevation. My goodness. Good look ahead there. And then delicious in the open floor by Chauncey Jenkins.
That's Jenkins' first made basket of the night. A player who averages 15 points per game. He's been the Pirates' most consistent scorer on a team that needs a lot of consistent scoring because they've lacked it in these first 4 games. Completes the and one there, and just like that, one possession game again. Shulga trying to create his own look, passes it up. Zeb Jackson lines up the 3 and buries it.
And that's the play inside out. Started with a paint touch from Jack Clark and a good find. You got shooters spaced.
Points tonight for Jackson to lead all scorers. A 5th-year senior making his season debut after missing the first 4 games. Moving screen called against Gus Yalden.
That was called on number 9.
VCU spaces shooters, and it's just drive and kick. Nice move here by your 6'10", stretch 4. And how about the impact Zeb Jackson has made today?
Thank goodness he came back for VCU. They have needed him tonight. 13 of the Rams' 40. He's running the point right here. Missed the 4 games, dealing with a broken hand. Still wearing a bit of a brace on it, but he is playing some great basketball. Draws the foul there. You would never know he's still working his way back from an injury.
Well, it's taken Max Shulga off of the ball and put him back at his natural position. You know, I thought Shulga, because when you're the point guard, you got the ball. I thought he had too much at the start of the possession where he wasn't getting it back. Now you got Zeb Jackson out there running the point, another shot maker for you.
Makes them both from the line. Now up to 15 points tonight. What a spark Zeb Jackson has been for this VCU team. Rams lead now up to 8. After a Seton Hall run, VCU has punched right back here in Charleston. Toomey in trouble and a foul call. Went right into a double team, drew the foul.
That was called on number 4, Jack Clark.
That is the 3rd foul against Jack Clark. He checks out of the game.
And the Rams, number 8, Michael Bell.
Chauncey Jenkson's in the corner, drives baseline, and he draws the foul.
That was called on number 9.
See the difference Jenkins makes, though. I mean, he's the one guy who could create his own shot, can get his own shot. And that's how you take it to the basket. Into the freshman big, Luke Bamboye. You know, Jenkins, a transfer from Old Dominion. Old Dominion was not good last year. So he averaged 16 a game on a bad team, and you wonder how those guys translate. Scoring buckets on a team that wasn't good. But he's been a good fit, and they've desperately needed him.
As Shaheen Holloway told us, we brought in Jenkins to score. And in a team that, again, hasn't broken 60 so far this season, they're going to need number 2 in blue to really step up. Checks out after making the 2 free throws. He's playing with 3 fouls, so you want to try and manage that as best you can in the second half as the Pirates go full court pressure. Jackson a 3, too much on it. Chased down by Toomey. Surveys the court. Stays with Seton Hall. Pirates still trying to get something going offensively too. Yeah, we'll get you to Brooklyn as soon as we are finished here in Charleston. Awesome atmosphere. Both VCU and Seton Hall brought a good crowd. It's been a back and forth battle. 11 lead changes in this game. VCU's in the driver's seat here in the second half, Chris, but Shaheen Holloway's Seton Hall team staying in it with their defense.
They are, and Chauncey Jenkins, with that foul trouble, is giving them some nice pop offensively. But it has been that defense, like you said, and keeping VCU out of transition.
Jenkins trying to ignite this Pirates offense, lost the handle. Somehow wins it back, but that's a shot clock violation.
Just over dribbling.
13th turnover tonight for Seton Hall.
And we've talked a lot about Seton Hall's defense. VCU now is no shrinking flour. I mean, they've got really good hands. They're good at converging on the basketball. Zone look here for Seton Hall.
Very rare. You see the Pirates get out of man-to-man. Perfect position for the follow-two. Let Luke Bamboye there to clean up the spill.
And that's the difficulty, rebounding out of the zone.
This ties the largest lead of the night for VCU. Seton Hall in the danger zone here with 11 minutes to play. Coleman, contested take, gets it to go.
Physical, going right at the body of Bamboye. Tough drive.
10 points for the sophomore Isaiah Coleman to lead all Pirate players tonight. Zeb Jackson into the paint, spins around, finds Bamasil for three. Off the mark.
Back in man-to-man there.
And Coleman lost the handle. VCU ball. Coleman trying to say it was swiped away by Bamasil.
Live, he might have a point. Of course, you can't review it. It's not under 2 minutes. Yeah, I think Bamasil hits it there right at the end.
Instead, it goes down as a 14th Seton Hall turnover. VCU has capitalized with 15 points off turnovers. And the Rams give it right back.
How many of those have we seen tonight, Jay? Illegal screens where VCU screen setters are just not set.
That was called on number 21, Christian Furman. His third. Team 6.
VCU in a bit of foul trouble. Philip Russell with 4 fouls. Clark and Furman, the two big men, with 3 each. Jenkins, pull up, pop, missed it. Just rimmed out. Good take. Yassine Toomey wins the offensive board and cashes in for 2.
Well, both teams did a nice job on the defensive glass, keeping the other off of the offensive glass. Seton Hall's kept some possessions alive here, though, in the second half.
Three from Bell. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Michael Bell.
That is his first one of the year. 0 for 4 from 3 coming into this game.
It comes at the perfect time. Seton Hall had cut it to 4. VCU now some more breathing room, up by 7 after that 3. Galvin hits the floor, tangled up, jump ball. Possession arrow is with Seton Hall.
These post doubles have been great for VCU because Toomey was wide open cutting down the middle. And this drive and kick by VCU. They haven't called a whole lot here. It's just been get a paint touch and kick to shooters. Michael Bell, his first 3 of the game. And then there's that double. Nice job by the freshman. Brandon Jennings coming over, making a play, forcing a turnover.
Jenkins off the inbound. A big-time 3. Chauncey Jenkins delivers.
It's a big shot.
Seton Hall needed that. Just their 4th made 3 of the night. They don't take a lot of them. This will stay with VCU. Meanwhile, the Rams, they are not shy. They'll let it fly. They've attempted 24 threes in this game, so a big contrast there.
Timeout call. That is a 30-second becoming full.
Timeout VCU.
They outplayed Nigel Pack in that game. They were terrific.
Best part about Feast Week over the next 9 days, you have so much basketball. And if you're looking for Syracuse and Texas in the Legends Classic, that is starting over on ESPN News. We'll get you to Brooklyn as soon as we're finished here between VCU and Seton Hall. Good set off the inbounds. Shulga got a good look, just couldn't knock it down. Seton Hall's been pushing in transition more than they've done so far this season. They've upped the tempo in this second half, trying to get something going on the offensive end.
Trying to get something easy. You know, it's sort of the same principle VCU's taking, not wanting to play against that VCU half-court defense. And you do have athletes, you know, running wide. Garway Dual, long athlete. But that's been the issue. The foul line has been a serious issue so far this season for Seton Hall.
They're 9 of 14 tonight, which is actually better than their season average of 57%. You know, those 2 one-point losses, it's been the free throw line that has cost them those 2 games. But it's back to a one-possession game. VCU going to Max Shulga to run point guard. Now, Chris, you've said a couple of times tonight, more of a natural 2, but he's played the point in the first 4 games for VCU. Clark lines up the 3, missed it. Here's Chauncey Jenkins. He's come alive in this second half. All 8 points scored after halftime. Has it here. Into the lane, turns around, and hits.
He's come alive.
One-point game. Bamasil at 3, and that'll quiet the Seton Hall crowd here in Charleston. Joe Bamasil delivers the triple, missed his first 7 shots. He's got 8 points in this second half.
This is a good one.
We've got a good one in Charleston. We'll get you to Brooklyn when this is finished, like Kevin said. Chris Matola, Jay Alter with you. 7 minutes left, 4-point game. It's been back and forth throughout, Chris. What's going to separate these 2 teams down the stretch?
I think shot selection, you know, getting a good look. Your VCU, you know, the 3s have been there. It's been a little bit sparse. Free throws, and then cheap points. You know, 50-50 balls leading to runouts, offensive glass. You know, it's one of those games, low possession, high leverage. You know, big free throws here from Chauncey Jenkins.
Jenkins has come alive, 10 points in this second half. Both teams leading scorers were scoreless in that first half, and both have responded positively in this second half. They're now carrying the load offensively.
And Jenkins playing with foul trouble.
Makes the first. Jenkins picked up 2 early fouls. Shaheen Holloway took him out for 13 minutes of that first half. He's now got a 3rd foul, but it has not affected him from coming alive offensively.
That's one thing when you don't play for 13 minutes in the first half, you got a little bit more legs in the second half.
2-point game, and both teams applying full court pressure. Nothing has come easy offensively. 2 outstanding defensive teams that have gone at it here in Charleston. Bamasil passes out of the double team. Shulga 3, front rimmed it. And a travel. Chauncey Jenkins caught the rebound, lost his footing, and the ball goes back to VCU.
What a find by Bamasil, goes baseline, finds Shulga, and that's a shot we're so used to him making. He's had a couple of those over the last 5 minutes that have not gone down.
He's a career 40% three-point shooter, but 0 for 5 from deep tonight. Has it here. Part of this veteran-laden Rams team that was picked to win the A-10 preseason. Trying to advance to the semifinals in Charleston, and they give it away. Chance for Seton Hall to tie this game at 50, and Coleman misfires. Seton Hall wins it right back with Duval. Off to Coleman. This time, he delivers.
VCU really sloppy, and they've got 5 ball handlers out there. This is their small lineup with Clark at the 5.
Seton Hall on a 10-3 run and tied at 50. Shulga answers on the other end. Tough take. Jenkins. Off to Toomey. Shot clock down to 8. A 3 from Tubac. Buries it. Seton Hall's first lead since it was 20-19. Left. Clark trying to answer from deep. Comes up empty. Phillips winning it back. The scrum for the ball. How about the hustle from both of these teams? Shulga might have taken a foot there.
Kicked in the face. I mean, you said it. These are teams that do not give an inch. Play really hard. And then how about this 3? Only David Tubac's second 3 of the year. Jack Clark trying to plug. And a big-time 3.
12th lead change of this game, but the first in this second half. And Seton Hall is in front for the first time since it was 20-19. And with under 5 minutes left to this second half, the officials are at the monitor to try and look at that scrum. All 10 players on the court collapsed on one another.
But it was after this. I mean, they kind of got this settled. There was some extracurricular as they all got up. That's where Shulga got kicked in the face.
You watch how both of these teams have played defensively all night, and you see the competitive fire that both of these programs have.
Yeah, that's the extra stuff there, and there's Philip Russell at the bottom of that. We talked about how emotional a player he is. You know, it's not to say that these two teams, there wouldn't be this emotion if this were just a one-off game. But you get into these tournament formats where it's one and done, or one, and if you lose, you're in the loser's bracket, it ups the emotion. And by the way, these games come back in March when it comes to the evaluation of your team and your profile.
8 teams enter. 1 walks away with 3 wins. It totally changes their resume come March.
These games matter this time of year.
Our officiating crew of Jeffrey Anderson, Clarence Armstrong, and Antonio Petty decide play on. A lot of contact, but no call. So VCU ball trailing by 1. First time they have trailed in this second half. Shulga misses the layup. Bamasill flies in to clean up the spill.
Big time play by Bamasill. Just hunting the missed shot.
All 10 points for Bamisil have come in this second half. That gives VCU back the lead. Duval stripped. Max Shulga the other way. And the Rams decide to slow it down. A little more than 4 minutes remaining. 1-point game in the Charleston Classic quarterfinal. Bamisil, the hot hand. It continues. Joe Bamisil buries him. Timeout, Shaheen Holloway. VCU clinging to a 4-point lead. How about both fan bases showing up here in Charleston? It is an awesome atmosphere. 9 days of Feast Week presented by Lowe's across ESPN's family of networks. Tips off today. And Charleston's been a staple of Feast Week since 2008. And the games have delivered once again. VCU a 4-point lead, 57-53. Big reason why Joe Bamisil, who was scoreless in the first half, he missed his first 7 shots. He has 13 points in this second half.
And 2 big buckets to put them up 4. He had the offensive rebound, and then on the next possession, that 3 going to break. This is a big possession for Seton Hall. Under 4 minutes, you have a tough time scoring to begin with. You want to execute here, come away with a good shot.
Wusu. Shot clock down to 10. The point guard goes to work. Rejected at the rim. Jack Clark says no.
What a play by Clark. Read the drive, came over, blocked the shot without fouling.
Here's Bamisil. Passes it up. Gets it back, fires a 3, misses it this time. He scored 8 of VCU's last 10, so you trust him in that moment. Comes up empty. Contested 3, 2, nothing but the bottom of the net, and it's a 1-point game.
3 points.
VCU clinging to a 1-point lead, 2:30 to play in this quarterfinal. Foul called. Goes against Yassine Toomey, his 4th.
How about David Tubeck with the clutch gene? 2 massive threes over the last couple minutes here, and it's one of those make or break shots. Again, Seton Hall has a tough time scoring. There's only so many possessions left in this game to cut it to 1 on that shot.
Well, the officials are over at the monitor, and we've just been told in our headset that there was a technical foul assessed after that play. Against Seton Hall, Yassine Toomey.
Personal foul on number 9, Yassine Toomey. Technical foul on number 9, Yassine Toomey, his 5th. Personal foul on number 11, Max Shulga.
And because the technical foul was assessed after the personal foul, he picks his 4th and 5th fouls up, and he is out of this game.
If that replay was the tech, I couldn't disagree with that more. I mean, that was just gamesmanship.
Especially in a game like this.
Big free throw miss there.
We have had 13 lead changes in a Feast Week game that has gone punch for punch. Wusu, 5 seconds to shoot. On the move. Tied up. Jump ball. The possession arrow stays with Seton Hall.
3 seconds on the shot clock. What a defensive play by Zeb Jackson. I mean, watch him stay in front of this thing and then force a tie-up.
Have to get something quick here. Fed in. And that's a shot clock violation. Adewusu actually got a good look, but was way off the mark.
But he had time to set his feet. I think he felt like he had to shoot it more quickly. There's plenty of time. Your defense has been your backbone. You just got to be solid if you're Seton Hall. Keep the ball in front of you and don't overhelp.
The Pirates in familiar territory. Their 2 losses in the first 4 games, both by 1 point. Can they find a way to get this one over the line? Jackson a 3, missed it. Seton Hall with an opportunity to take the lead. Chauncey Jenkins, scoop to the hoop, and he's fouled.
Not stopping the basketball. I mean, Jenkins has one thing on his mind, the bucket. And Jack Clark just can't get in front of it, keep the ball out of the paint. Nice job forcing the issue by Jenkins. Chance to take the lead here.
Free throw shooting has been the bugaboo this season for Seton Hall. He's 57% on the year. And Jenkins misses the first.
Timeout call, Rams.
Timeout, Ryan Odom. His team clinging to a 1-point lead. Second annual NBA Cup continues tomorrow night. Another groups games doubleheader. Steph and the Warriors taking on the Pelicans, 7:30 Eastern time, and then it's Mavericks and Nuggets. The nightcap tomorrow on ESPN. What a fun game this has been. Shaheen Holloway, Ryan Odom, 2 terrific coaches. Both told us yesterday the importance of this tournament. You get 3 games in 4 days, an opportunity to bolster your resume for Seton Hall. It's much needed after those 2 early season losses to Fordham and Hofstra. VCU, a team that expects to be back in the NCAA tournament. They've made 13 trips in the last 19 years. This is a program that's accustomed to March, and 2 head coaches that maybe have engineered the 2 biggest March Madness moments ever. VCU's Ryan Odom, he was the head coach of UMBC when they were a 16 seed that knocked off Virginia. And of course, Seton Hall's Shaheen Holloway took St. Peter's to the Elite 8. Who could forget that run? And in another tournament setting, we are tied at 57 with 1:23 to play.
The VCU drive the ball. You're in the bonus. Drive and kick. The 3 has to come off of a paint touch.
Max Shulga goes to work. There's the drive. And a foul called on the floor. Now, it's not the double bonus. That was Seton Hall's last foul to give before VCU would be shooting 2 the rest of the way. So this is 1-and-1 for Max Shulga.
And he's already missed 2 tonight, but that's the guy you want at the line. And again, this is VCU's small lineup. When Jack Clark is at the 5, they really space, and that's why those driving lanes are open. And when you're in a bonus, you got to put the pressure on the defense.
Makes the first and restores the lead for VCU. Shulga makes them both. 2-point lead for the Rams. They bring that full court pressure that they have brought all night.
Chauncey Jenkins has to get a shot here.
Number 2 in blue. Coming around the screens. They don't go to him yet. Now he has it. Goes to work. The drive. Jenkins draws the foul. And we'll get 2 free throws to try and tie this game at 59.
Well, it wasn't easy. I thought Garway DeWall was about to lose it at half court, but you finally get it to Jenkins. And again, a nice job putting the pressure on the defense. Force the defense to have to play you without fouling. Force the official to have to make a decision. And again, Seton Hall late in the game with pressure free throws.
Jenkins 6 of 7 from the line tonight. Makes the first. Tied at 59, and this is what Feast Week is all about. 43 seconds to decide this game in regulation.
Ryan Odom has a timeout, deciding not to use it.
Both fan bases to their feet. They provided a terrific atmosphere here in Charleston. Shulga drives a double team. Great defense. Prince of League Bay rips it away. Shot clock is off. Seton Hall can hold for the final shot of regulation. Instead, right to the rim. Chauncey Jenkins puts Seton Hall in front. The officials blow play dead. Shaheen Holloway is incensed over on the Pirates sideline. Nobody understands why they have stopped the clock here. VCU was still in the backcourt, so the Rams wouldn't have called a timeout.
How about, Shaheen Holloway, I think, wanted to call a timeout prior to that Jenkins layup. But we've seen so many times over the last 5 minutes, VCU unable to stop the basketball in transition. And the seas parted for Chauncey Jenkins. What a finish to go up 2. Again, you don't start the basketball, and Jenkins does a nice job bodying Zeb Jackson. Good finish over that length of Jack Clark.
And you can see the officials stop the clock. Holloway starts to go nuts over on that Seton Hall sideline. I think this has to be a clock issue. We're still trying to figure out what the stoppage is for.
Yeah, that's what I think they're doing. I think the clock was stopping for some reason after the ball was inbounded by VCU.
But as it stands, Chauncey Jenkins has delivered Seton Hall a 2-point lead.
The thing here is, Ryan Odom gets a timeout without having to call his last one.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing about this review. He's drawing up a final play, and if somehow you don't get it inbounded, something goes wrong, he's got a timeout in his back pocket.
Well, Shaheen Holloway's team is the #1 team in the country in scoring defense. Defense is the backbone of this Seton Hall program. They are one stop away from a massive win here on a neutral site in Charleston against the A-10 preseason favorites.
Oh, man.
So after the freebie timeout, Ryan Odom says, you know what, I'll take one more to draw up this final play, and now VCU is out of timeout. Seton Hall has 2 remaining. And they have sorted out the clock. 13 seconds left for the Rams.
First of all, you got to inbound the basketball. Inbounder becomes the most important player here because Seton Hall is going to put some pressure on. If you're Seton Hall, you don't want to get strung out though. Keep the ball in front of you And then for VCU, it's either Max Shulga or Zeb Jackson. Whichever matchup you like, you do not need 3. Those guys put your head down, get the ball into the paint. Again, you're in the bonus. You could draw contact, draw a foul. Get the ball up in the glass, you get an offensive board, and then you play inside out. If that 3 pops open, you got a bunch of shooters spaced around you.
Who takes this last shot for VCU?
Yeah, I just said, it's either Zeb Jackson or Shulga, whichever matchup you like.
So the officials coming over to explain that it was a clock issue. The clock did not stop after the made basket, and then it stopped late and it didn't restart in time. So 13 seconds to decide this one in Charleston. VCU down 2 with the ball. Zeb Jackson, handoff for Philip Russell, trying to get Shulga free. Splits the double team, lays it up and in to tie it at 61. Shaheen Holloway trying to get a timeout instead. Hoisted up, and we are headed to overtime. You see Shaheen Holloway hit court.
He's got to calm down. Like, that's not your player's fault. They were moving on to the next play, and now you got to play overtime. Just chill out.
He was trying to get the timeout.
He's yelling at his player. I think. Who knows? The point is, we're going to overtime. What a set. I mean, again, you get Shulga on a flare. And a nice job by him not settling for a contested
tied
three.
at 61, regulation not enough, so overtime here in the Charleston Classic quarterfinal. VCU tied it on the final possession of the second half.
It's that dribble handoff, and then you get Shulga on a flare, and again, puts his head down, drives the basketball. Dylan Adewusu didn't do a real good job squaring him up and trying to keep him in front. But you force another 5 minutes here. What a game.
Day 1 of 9 in Feast Week, wall-to-wall basketball across ESPN networks, and this game has delivered and then some. A defensive battle. Points have been at such a premium tonight between these two teams that just play so hard. Each team gains a timeout, so Shaheen Holloway has 3. Ryan Odom and VCU have 1. This game has had great intensity since the first tip. Now our second tip-off sets up overtime. VCU starts with the ball. Joe Bamisil, he's had the hot hand. 13 points in that second half. Misfires from 3.
It's not a good possession. Out of the timeout. Ryan Odom going back with Furman, though. So you got Clark at the 4 and Furman at the 5.
And Furman playing with 4 fouls has to be careful. A league bang going right at Furman. Good defense. Jackson in attack mode, leans in, missed it.
You can't go into that paint tonight, certainly in this overtime, looking for a foul. You are not going to get bailed out.
Scoreless in the first minute of overtime. To be expected because defense has dominated in this game. After a tough take. Chauncey Jenkins finding a way.
That battle, Jenkins against Jackson, has been wonderful. And Jenkins getting the best of it the last couple minutes here.
Jenkins scoreless in the first half, 19 points in the second half. Foul on the floor.
Again, did not play for 13 minutes in the first half because of foul trouble. He's got fresh legs, and he has gone right after Zeb Jackson.
Both teams in the double bonus, so shooting 2 the rest of the way.
Max Shulga, shooting 2.
Shulga at the line. He's played a lot of basketball for Ryan Odom. They were together at Utah State, and then when Ryan Odom took the job at VCU, Shulga came with him. Ties it at 63 from the line. For Seton Hall, it has been the Chauncey Jenkins show in the second half. Do you just keep going back to number 2?
Absolutely.
Said Duwall trying to do too much there.
I can't believe he didn't get a touch. I mean, Duwall's just dribbling the ball for the entire possession out at half court. He almost lost it. How does Jenkins not get a shot there? Or a touch, at least a touch. Can my man get a touch?
Under 3 minutes remaining in overtime. A travel. And a critical turnover by Jack Clark in overtime.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, didn't look like it. Jenkins gets the ball here. He has scored the last 7 points for Seton Hall. Philip Russell all over Jenkins. Russell playing with 4 fouls. Goes for the steal. Jenkins gives it up. Duwall, crossover, down the lane, blocked by Clark, out of bounds. It'll stay with Seton Hall.
You love the change with matchup. Zeb Jackson no longer on Jenkins. You got Philip Russell on him. Man, that's a good defensive play without fouling. Nice job there by Jack Clark.
Jenkins gets free. 4 seconds to shoot. Has to hurry. Fades away. Hits it! Russell is in his face, and Jenkins delivers. He scored the last 9 points for Seton Hall. Shulga flying through the lane, draws contact again.
This is excellent defense, better offense by a guy who is feeling it. Really good physical, on-the-ball defense, and just a really tough shot in clutch time. And how about Max Shulga on the other end? I mean, he's been a battering ram, taking the ball into the paint. His free throws have been the lifeline offensively for VCU.
7 of 9 from the line. Front runs that one. One-point game, a little more than 2 minutes left in overtime. Garway Duwall beats the full court pressure. Jenkins in attack mode, gives it off. Great take, but no finish. Adewusu missed it at the rim. Seton Hall wins it back.
This is the matchup. You got Jack Clark on you.
Jenkins down the lane, high floater, missed it, and then Isaiah Coleman failed to clean up the spill. Big break there for VCU. Clark got a good look and just missed it.
Yeah, good timeout.
Shaheen Holloway had 3 of them, decides to take one there. 1 minute, 16 seconds remaining in this overtime. And what has been just a terrific basketball game to help tip off Feast Week. Shaheen Holloway told us yesterday, he told his team how much this tournament meant after their 2 early season losses, both by 1 point to Fordham and Hofstra. If you can beat a really good VCU team tonight, your fan base will start getting behind you, and you still have 2 more games left here at Charleston on the winner's side of the bracket.
It's a Seton Hall team that's got its identity with defense. But they're starting to develop a guy that they can really ride. You know, this offense has been a struggle all year. Chauncey Jenkins has been outstanding in the second half. He's been hyper-aggressive, a guy who, you know, feels he should be scoring the ball. That's what he did at Old Dominion. He transferred from there into Seton Hall. And they have needed every bucket he's gone and gotten tonight. And a lot of it's just been him created. He's the one guy on their team who can create his own shot. And he has hit some tough ones in this second half.
And regardless how this game finishes, Chauncey Jenkins, our player of the game, brought to you by Shriners Children's. He was scoreless at halftime, 21 points in the second half and overtime. And right now his team clinging to a 1-point lead. Pirates with the basketball. And they get it to number 2 in blue. Jenkins, we were just talking about him. Good defense. Zeb Jackson denied Jenkins there. Up ahead, Bamisil. No call. And he missed the layup. A minute left in overtime.
He was expecting contact, and they just pulled the chair on him, and he was off balance.
Seton Hall, Musu goes to work. 2 back, a 3. Got it again! David 2 back, his 3rd 3 of the night. Bamisil trying to answer. Batted out to Russell. Clark has to heave it. He misfires. Seton Hall has it. Foul comes in. And the Pirates 18 seconds away from a massive overtime win here in Charleston.
That was a desperate possession from VCU. They just panicked. But how about David Tubeck? I mean, a shot at the end of the shot clock, every player loves to take them because they're free shots. But he has been big-time clutch. His 3rd 3 that have really had an impact, a massive impact on this game, none bigger than that one.
He is perfect from the floor. 3 shots, they've all been threes. He's made them all. This is a player that came into the night just averaging 2.5 points per game. He's not even a 3-point shooter. This free throw from Dylan Adewusu.
He was 1 of 2 from 3 coming into this game.
Not on the scouting report.
His percentage is actually, he was shooting 50%. His percentage has gone up.
That rattles out. VCU with a lifeline. They have to hurry here. Under 15 seconds. Shulga in attack mode. Hits it. 2-point game. Ryan Odom uses his final timeout.
So I mean, on the last possession, VCU, there's plenty of time. I mean, you're down 4, but you're playing a team that doesn't shoot free throws well. If you take your time and you do this, you drive the ball. Seton Hall is playing to not foul you, and they don't want to give up threes. What does that mean? It means nobody's going to help on your drive, and it means you're probably going to be able to get to the basket because they're not going to want to foul you.
Seton Hall was up by 4, a chance to make it a 6-point game with 15 seconds left, and Dylan Adewusu missed them both from the free throw line. The Pirates have been haunted by poor free throw shooting this season. They've got 2 one-point losses to Fordham and Hofstra, where ineffective free throw shooting down the crunch time of games have cost them. They're just trying to do enough to get over the line here. 10 seconds remaining at overtime, 2-point game. You just have to think you got to get the ball to number 2, Chauncey Jenkins. He's 8 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And if you're VCU, you have to deny him the ball.
Yeah,
right,
I would, in fact. I mean, Bamisil's on the ball. You almost want to Yeah, you know, you almost want to try to deny him, put two guys on Jenkins, force one of these other guys to have to make a free throw.
Philip Russell commits the foul, his 5th. He has fouled out. And Jenkins will get 2.
And number 21,
He has played with such aggression, such confidence down the stretch of this game.
He's played with really no conscience. He's just gone after it.
On the line for Seton Hall, number 2.
And they've shown a lot of toughness. They really have. You know, again, you mentioned the 2 losses, just crushing losses to teams that Seton Hall should normally beat. They've showed a lot of toughness.
That rims out. 3 missed free throws here in overtime in a row. And VCU will have a chance here.
No timeouts for VCU, so you got to push.
Even if Jenkins makes this, it's a 1-possession game. And he does.
Wonder if you're Shaheen Holloway, do you foul? Do you call a timeout here to talk about maybe fouling up 3?
He has 2 timeouts to use. Ball into Zeb Jackson. To Bamisil, a clean look. Missed it. And Seton Hall wins it in overtime. The Pirates come into Charleston and win a thriller against VCU.
A thriller almost understates what this game was. I mean, what fight from both teams. Chauncey Jenkins was the star. Seton Hall's defense was really the star. What a game. And this is why you play these games at this